Welcome to one of the most dramatic weeks in the NASCAR season. Welcome to Drama Dega. Big wrecks, big packs, and these tough truckers that are all 14 to 15 years old are going to be racing for Dega glory. As you will well note, I decided to go with the latest drama in the truck series as my driver today, and if we see the Mike Harmon truck, we have to not only try to crash it, but we also have to try to steal it. Oh, that was a terrible joke. Regardless, let's go racing in the 3 truck here at Talladega Super Speedway. So we're here for the Talladega 250, the trucks, before the main show. John Henry Nemechek posted some fast laps of practice. This team should have a good race. Justin Fontaine starting at the back. He failed technical inspection. And Myatt Snyder failed the optical scanning station multiple times. He'll be starting at the back, and his crew chief will be ejected from the race. So let's get ready to go in Jordan Anderson's number 3 truck. It's not Dale, it's Jordan Anderson, but regardless, we're underway and racing at Talladega. I always friggin' forget that that's not upshift anymore, that's change camera angles. Regardless, we're underway, a 4-lap stage here, so very short order racing here with a stage race at Talladega. 25% for the trucks, but obviously truck races are quite short, so we're 3 wide in the middle. This is not really where you want to be. It's the old sucker hole. We're going to get in here behind Fontaine, have Myatt Snyder help me behind. And of course the AI are on the hardest difficulty level, so 105. And of course, as we've seen, plate racing does not suck in NASCAR Heat, but it certainly makes it very difficult to be able to get a really good run through the field. It's just as difficult as it is in real life to pass on a plate track. But we're going to see what we can do. Fontaine maintaining the bottom of the track and right along the yellow line. So it looks like they've improved the AI functionality, or at least the AI logic when using plate racing, staying away from that dreaded yellow line that's out of bounds. Of course, it's not out of bounds in this game, but I still don't think they've fixed that particular mechanic yet for some reason. And we're trying to get to the inside of Fontaine. We can't get there. Everybody's running right on the yellow line. I'm going to have to go up there and get that NOS truck, I think. Otherwise, this bump drafting is just not helping one bit down the back straightaway here at Talladega. And again, such a short race that we've really got to get going. So if I can get Snyder to go with me, or if I can sneak to the inside of Fontaine off of turn 4. No, it didn't work. So we're going to try. We're not close enough to the back of the NOS car really to pick up much of a draft. So I'm going to try to get a run here. I think that may be the way to do it. We're going to get a big run on Fontaine. Couldn't do it that time. Couldn't time it. We're going to time the passes. The top lane seems to be falling back, though. And the 51's going to the top. That's Harrison Burton. But he didn't really go away. So we're going to move to the outside, try to pick up a draft. And Snyder went with me. So Myatt Snyder went with me. But are we going to have much of a draft? No, we're not. I'm going to have to block the Napa truck down to the inside of Kraus. And that's going all the way under the apron. That was not the best idea in the entire world. Not the best idea in the entire world. Now we've got 2x2 action. Fontaine goes to the outside trying to pick up the draft of the NOS truck. I think that's a poor choice. As Snyder's going to the outside of me, we're going to get a big run on Fontaine. In fact, Snyder's truck seems to be very, very quick right now. So we got 1 lap to go on the stage. We're going to see what we can do. I think I'm going to have a decent run off at turn 2. We're going to have to see where we can take it, though. I don't know where, if any place, there's really going to be to go with it. Nope, seems to be stalling out just a little bit. Snyder got a big run on the outside. We're going to block him. Get in behind Herbst. Get in front of Kraus. And just, I guess we'll hold on to this position until the stage break. We gained like 1-2 positions, I think. Not too much of a gain, but regardless, it's something as we head down through the tri-oval to get the first stage over with of Drama Dega, and we're going to have to rethink some of this driving here because 29th isn't necessarily the most acceptable thing in the entire world. So let's take a look here at the strategy and what we may need to call here. So everybody's coming into the pits And they're coming in now. You know what? I'm going to go for some track position. I'm going to go for some track position, maybe bank on some yellow. We're going to stay out. We're going to stay out. We're going to take the lead of this race. And it seems like at the end of that stage, I mean, everybody will be able to make it to the end of the race. But as we've seen, sometimes you can kind of fudge the fuel mileage in NASCAR Heat. So we'll have to see what happens as we go back to racing here. Get way out in front of that Justin Haley and Johnny Sauter. That was probably a mistake. But we'll see what happens as we head down into turn 1. Come through the gears and now just wait for the pack to inevitably catch me because you know it's coming. So it looks like Justin Haley's going to be the fast one behind me. I've just got to kind of hold him off here. Just keep him right to the bottom of the circuit. And that's very nice. Look at all these trucks behind me. I keep forgetting that you can do that in NASCAR Heat 3, which I really appreciate. Just look behind you. Oh, it's so simple, and yet it helps so much. And so now we head into turn number 3, still just keeping ahead of Haley. So we'll lead this race here for a little while. Let's see what the fuel in the tank is. So we got 16 laps of fuel. We had 17 when we were under caution. So let's see what it is when we cross the line here. How many laps to go? We might have fuel mileage this perfectly that we don't have to make a stop. Well, 3 laps to go on the stage. Let's see. Okay, I guess we'll have to wait until the end of the stage to see exactly what the mileage is here, because the caution laps do count in the stages, unfortunately. Whether you like that or not, it's what happens. And so there's actually some potential that we can have some fuel saving. We were 3 laps away from the good, and with cautions it could even out for me. So they're 3 wide behind me. I'm leading an entire pack of trucks right here. Austin Hill looking to the outside, Sauter to the extreme outside, Haley down to the inside. We've just got to try to hold all these tough truckers off. Oh, here comes Sauter. I couldn't block Sauter. And the Tylenol PM of the truck series has taken the lead with help from the United Rentals car. Oh my God, we're 3 wide. Oh boy. And Jennifer Jo Cobb is up here in the mix. Noah Gregson was very nice to me. Is that because you're subscribed to me, Noah? I appreciate that you would be nice to your YouTube people. I appreciate that. Anyway, we're going to try to dive to the inside of Jennifer Jo here. Oh no, Jennifer Jo in the old sucker hole there. So getting around her, getting around Stuart Friesen here. And going up in the 4th. Definitely got a really good run on Justin Haley here. Well, we're going to get to see what we're like at the front of the field if we can get a run on somebody. The problem is now that everybody's kind of being nice to each other and working together, I don't know if we're going to have a shot at getting around any of these guys. We're going to have to see. Well, Sauter's moved up the track just slightly. I wonder if he was thinking about going with me there. Sauter again to the outside. Can Austin Hill get to the inside of him? He can't, but Sauter's going to go to the outside of the track. Give me a little sniff of draft. It didn't quite work. Sauter again to the outside. Austin Hill down to the inside. Haley in 3rd. Nowhere really to go right now. We're going to try to follow Sauter. I'm going to try to get a double draft, as Bobby Unser would say, down the back straightaway, and that's not going to work, so Austin Wayne Self is going to have to help me. Dynaco's all mine. Come on, help me out. Help me out, Dynaco, man. And we're going to try to get to the inside of Sauter. We might be able to take 3rd at the end of this stage. Oh, yeah, Sauter. Something's up with that 21 truck. He's not working very well right now. Haley goes to the outside. That may give me a really great run here on Austin Hill and Justin Haley. Here comes Sauter back to the outside. We block Sauter. Block Sauter for a stage point. There we go. 3rd. Not bad. Not bad at all. And so the 3 truck comes in 3rd place. We've got 13 laps of fuel and 15 laps remaining. So we did gain fuel mileage there. So we're not going to pit. We're gonna take a risk here and see if we can't get to the end without pitting. I think fuel strategy is the only way I'm going to get a shot at this thing. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a look here at the fuel mileage. 12 laps of fuel remaining, 12 laps in the race. So it's going to be right on the money at the end. And will it pay money? That's going to be the question. So we got the United Rentals truck out in front of the Bommarito truck. And now here comes Johnny Sauter behind. And Hill get to the inside of him? Yes, I did. I got to his quarter panel, so Sauter's going to help me push through on the inside, past Hill. Hopefully, it's slow, chugging along here. Haley's giving Hill a help on the outside, and actually Haley's a little bit faster, and he's able to get around, so that's unfortunate. Gregson goes around the outside, so there they go. Haley and Hill go to the lead. Now we're going to block 2 lanes of traffic, get in front of Sauter. Thank you very much. Now they're all racing for the lead up here, so they're really slowing each other up. If they got in a line, they probably would have been able to pull away, but right now, Justin Haley way outside there. Noah Gregson goes to second. Jennifer Jo Cobb looking around the outside in the top 5 here. Now Johnny Sauter takes that spot back. Haley not doing particularly a smart thing there by just staying completely out of the draft. Maybe he's trying to pick up Jennifer Jo Cobb for some reason. We're looking here down the back straightaway, side by side, 2 rows deep for as far as the eye can see. Now Gregson going down to the inside of Austin Hill. So Hill's been able to hold this lead somehow. I guess it's all about the partners you have, the drafting help that you have, because Hill, I should have really passed him down the back straightaway, but Justin Haley seems to have a very strong truck. So maybe it would be smarter to get in front of Haley rather than Sauter, but I think Sauter was the guy who drove around the outside 3 wide to be able to take that position. And I should be careful with the yellow line around Justin Haley. That didn't work out too well for him at one point this season. Oh, and Gregson gets blocked right there by Austin Hill. Now we're going to get a run. We're going to try to push Gregson if we can. Not working right now. Gregson holding the bottom. Hill moving up just about half a lane there. I don't want to give it up to Sauter, though. Sauter's got a strong truck. In fact, these 2 behind me are probably the strongest trucks in the race. But we're going to give Gregson a shot there. Couldn't get him around Hill. Hill moved up the track. He continues to move up the track. I don't think his truck's handling very well right now. Not handling very well. Gregson trying to move to the inside. Hill trying to block, but also trying to hang on to the top groove of the racetrack for some reason. We're back underneath the yellow line. Oh, we don't want to improve our position down there. We don't want to improve our position down there. We have to let off the gas and not improve on Gregson there. But what I did do there, unintentionally, was split these 2 up. So now we've got Sauter directly behind me, Gregson to the outside, and so we're side by side down the back straightaway. And now Haley's probably going to help Gregson here. I don't have an amazing run on Hill, but Hill's going to go up there in front of Gregson. I kind of forced Gregson up the track. And so Hill's got a really big lead, and I'm kind of surprised that he's been able to hold this for this long. I'll try a side draft off of Gregson there. Maybe go up in front of Haley. And we got 3 wide action now. That's probably Jennifer Jo going around the outside. Indeed it is. And Gregson's going to take that spot back, I think, for second. Maybe not. Nope, I got the quarter panel. My bumper's underneath this quarter panel. So we're going to go side by side through 1 and 2. Can't worry about fuel too much. We've got 8 laps left in the tank. I think we've got 8 laps left to go in the race. Haley moving on the outside. Oh, and Sauter makes the move. Uh-oh. We're turning the center of the track. Sauter goes around. It's the big one. And I was lucky there. That's going to save my fuel mileage, I suspect. But I don't know how it's going to help me in the race. Well, we screwed Johnny Sauter, so Twitter and Reddit are at least happy about this result now. I don't know about the Johnny Sauter team is going to be very happy about that. But regardless, we're back to racing once again. Going to be looking to the inside of Nemechek or Joe Nemechek. John Hunter Nemechek. Actually, Joe Nemechek's up here too. We're going to go 3 wide on the outside. Well, this is the first time I'm going to get to use this outside lane. It's not working right now because I'm not driving well enough. The 25 truck definitely did not get definitely got the short end of the stick right there. And we got quite a few trucks down to the inside. Jennifer Jo has been strong all day, making a move down there, as well as Grant Infinger. We're going to get in behind Jennifer Jo there. And now just try to get a run as Noah Gregson gets hung out to dry on the outside, as well as, I need to get this up here, Matt McLaughlin. So McLaughlin is up there, as well as Gregson. Are they going to be able to get down? I wonder if he's related to the Busch Series McLaughlin. I'm guessing he is. I would take a wild guess and a $5 bet that it is a relative. But regardless, that's not important right now. What is important is that 8 positions can be passed in 4 laps. Can it be done? I'm going to move up the track, try to split the difference between Gregson and Jennifer Joe. It's not working. Name check, looks to the inside. We're going to get behind Jennifer Joe, give her a drafting help, despite the fact that her truck is heavily damaged from the big one. It doesn't matter right now. Jennifer Joe down to the inside. And she's actually moving up through the field here. We're going to make up 2 positions a lap. We're making up 1 right now on Noah Gregson. And Grant Infinger is up there as well. Way up there. Well, we might get 2 for 1 deal at Bommarito Auto Group. And everybody's slowing down up in front. Double O Joe. No, that's Joe Gosick. Never mind. Front row Joe was slow, and somehow everybody kind of freaked out there for whatever reason. If there was something happened, I missed it because everybody kind of slowed up there. Now Travis Quaffle to the outside. Quaffle the waffle. We'll get around him. Big bump draft to Jennifer Joe Cobb. Gonna get up to 5th. 4 trucks to go. We're gonna try to mess with Texas on the Dynaco man, Austin Wayne Self. Let's see what we can do here. Gonna dive up the inside, Jennifer Joe. Not gonna happen yet. Jennifer Joe's gonna move up the track. I moved her up the track, I think. I think she maybe thought I was going in a tandem there, and nope, I left her at the ball. Unfortunately, 2 laps to go. I've got a huge run on Austin Wayne Self. Couldn't do anything with it though. So that's interesting. We do know we can get a run. It wasn't enough to get the car ahead of me by the start-finish line, but it's worth noting. It's worth noting. Now we're going to pull out. Well, Austin Wayne Self didn't work. Trying to see what I've got. Now's the time to see what you got. So you can try to plan some sort of a move towards the end of this thing. We need to split this three-pack up here. So if I can sneak to the inside of Self right here, use a little bit of the yellow line. Can I get to the inside of Michael Self? Or Austin Wayne Self, excuse me. Michael Self. Is Michael Self Dynaco man? Have I been calling the wrong Self this whole time? It's possible. Regardless, 1 to go. Presented by BommaritoAutoGroup.com, and we're going to go to the inside of Austin Wayne Self. In fact, Mike Harmon's not in this race, so I guess I stole the truck from him. Or maybe he is in the race and I just didn't see him because he was in the mid-pack. Regardless, we got 2 trucks to pass. Justin Haley and Austin Hill. We're moving up to 3rd, but we need to split that tandem draft of 2 trucks up there. And we got Ben Rhodes helping me out from behind. Get side by side. Come on, get side by side. There you go. All right, I've got a chance. Look at how much they slowed up here. Look how much they slowed up here. Justin Haley gonna get the draft off of Austin Hill. I think we can get to 2nd. I don't know if we can get to the win. We're not helping Haley out any. Probably could have helped him underneath. And no, it's going to be Austin Hill that wins at Daytona. Or Talladega. Where are we, you big dummy? I think I did that in the Dover race, too. These plate tracks all look the same to me. Regardless, let's take a look at some of the highlights on this race. As we take the green flag, obviously, that's a major, major highlight. And then we go to lap 4, take the checkered flag in the first stage. Not too much to go over there. Obviously, the first stage was fairly uneventful. By the way, I made it without a pit stop. That's fantastic. There we are in the lead, but getting passed by Johnny Sauter. 3 wide on the outside. Not really a shocker there. And we were 4 wide there for just a second as I continued to make my way back through the field after getting shuffled out in the old sucker hole by Mr. Sauter. Going to lap 11. Make that pass on Sauter for 3rd. That was the pass at the end of the stage, which got me around Sauter at that point. Then Austin Hill takes the checkered flag in stage number 2 over Justin Haley. That looks remarkably similar to what we just saw at the end of the race. Lap number 15. Make that pass for 2nd place on the restart. Getting in behind Austin Hill. It didn't work though because of the fact that there was a huge draft right there from Justin Haley, which shoved him around Austin Hill. And that probably was the move of the race right there. That's the Exalta move of the race. And there I go for 3rd. As you can see, Gregson's got it up into 2nd place. And he wouldn't stay there for very long. And then we have what I think is the crash. No, it's not. This is where I passed Gregson and then tried to figure out a way around Hill. But now, here we go, the crash. As I got into Sauter. Sauter makes to the inside wall. And wow, Jennifer Joe got a big piece of the wall on the outside. And several cars spinning through the grass right there. Not as big as I would have thought it would have been. Not as big as I would have thought it would have been. Then here we go, making our way back up through the field. We were all the way down to 10th, and then using the battered and beaten truck of Jennifer Jo Cobb to move up through the field. Then we dumped her. We dumped Jennifer Jo Cobb, moved up to 3rd or 4th place, getting in behind Austin Wayne Self, looking for a place to go by, and I got him. Down the back straightaway, making a pass for 3rd, and then it was coming to the line as it was side by side between the leaders, and then it got to be single file there at the very end. A final lunge, but that was the end of the race. So it was Austin Hill over Justin Haley and me down through the rest of the field. Let's see if the Harmonator actually did show up, or if I did really actually steal his truck. I think I did. Oh, rip Harmonator. And Riley Herbst had some trouble at some point in the race and dropped out. So that was part 1 of Drama Dega. If you've got a suggestion of what car you'd like to see me in for Drama Dega Part 2, the Cup Series, let me know down in the comments. Spam your favorite driver over and over and over. I don't care. I want to see who the comment section wants me to drive as at Drama Dega. So let me know that down in the comments. Be sure to subscribe for more NASCAR Heat, NASCAR, and motorsports content. This has been David Land on YouTube, and we'll see you in Part 2 of Drama Dega.